Dear, I got a new kind of American type cheese today. It's whipped.
Why did you get American when I like Swiss?
I just thought you'd like a change.
American cheese. American cheese is a variety of cheddar that began being made in America when the Brits brought it over, when they colonized. By 1790, various types of American cheddars were being shipped out, not only to England, but all across the world. It was originally called American or Yankee cheese due to its origin in the colonies. It was originally considered inferior to most cheeses, but it quickly gained popularity to the point where people in America called it store cheese, because that was mostly all the stores carried. Now, today, there are many different varieties of this American cheese, and it is widely available across the world. I don't want a change. I like Swiss cheese. Why am I always being contradicted?
I thought it would be a surprise.
Why don't you open a window in here, for God's sake?
They're all open, dear.
The way they boxed us in. Bricks and windows, windows and bricks.
We should have bought the land next door.
The street is lined with cars out there. There's not a breath of fresh air in the neighborhood. The grass don't grow anymore. You can't raise a carrot in the backyard. They should have had a law against apartment houses. Remember those two beautiful elm trees out there when Biff and I hung a swing between them?
Yeah, like being a million miles from the city.
They should have arrested the builder for cutting those down. They massacred the neighborhood. More and more I think of it, Linda. This time of year was lilac and wisteria, and then the peonies would come out and the daffodils. What fragrance in this room!
Well, after all, people had to move somewhere.
No, there's more people now.
I don't think there's more people. I think...
There's more people!
The 1940s. After World War II in the 1940s, there was a baby boom, as with most wars. When the soldiers came back, there was a need for housing, as there were a whole bunch of new families. Therefore, Willie Loman is correct in that there are a lot of more people.
That's what's ruining this country. Population is getting out of control. The competition is maddening. Smell the stink from that apartment house. And another one on the other side. How can they whip cheese?
Hello, Willie. Come in.
Like to have a little talk with you, Howard.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll be with you in a minute.
Well, what's that, Howard?
Didn't you ever see one of these? Wire recorder. The wire recorder. The wire recorder was a German invention. AEG, a German electrical manufacturer, and IG Farben, a German chemical firm, teamed up in the 1930s to design a tape recorder. The recorder was called magnetophone, and after several improvements was a big success. In America, it was a rare invention to see. Being against Germany in World War II, we did not have access to their inventions. This must be why Howard is so happy with his invention. Records things. Just got delivery yesterday. Been driving me crazy. The most terrific machine I ever saw in my life. I was up all night with it.
What do you do with it?
I bought it for dictation, but you can do anything with it. Listen to this. I had it at home last night. Listen to what I picked up. The first one's my daughter. Get this.
That is lifelike, isn't it?
7 years old. Get that tone.
Listen, Howard, I'd like to ask a little favor of you.
She's crazy for me. That's me.
You're very good.
Shh, get this now. This is my son.
The capital of Alabama is Montgomery. The capital of Arizona is Phoenix. The capital of Arkansas is Little Rock. The capital of California is Sacramento.
5 years old, Willie.
He'll make an announcer someday.
The capital.
Get that. Alphabetical order. Wait a minute. The maid kicked
It's 9 o'clock below the watch time, so I have to go to sleep.
That really is.
Shh, for God's sake.
It's 9 o'clock below the watch time, so I have to go to sleep.
That really is.
Wait a minute. The next one is my wife.
Go on, say something. Well, are you gonna talk? I can't think of anything. Well, talk. It's turning. Oh, hello? Oh, Howard, I can't talk into this.
This is a wonderful machine. Can we...
I tell you, Willie, I'm going to take my camera and my bandsaw and all my hobbies, and out they go. This is the most fascinating relaxation I ever found. Just take it easy, Pop. Good night.
And if anything falls off the desk while you're talking to them, like a package or something, don't you pick it up. They have office boys for that.
I'll make a big breakfast.
Will you let me finish? Tell them, you were in the business in the West, not farm work.
All right, Dad.
I think everything.
And don't undersell yourself. No less than $15,000.
Okay. Good night, Mom.
Because you got a greatness in you, Biff. Remember that. You got all kinds of a greatness.
Sleep well, darling.
You get married, Mom. I just wanted to tell you.
Go to sleep, dear.
I just wanted to tell you.
Keep up the good work. God, remember that Ebbets Field game? The championship of the city? Ebbets Field!
Ebbets Field is the baseball field, home of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Alright, built by the then owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Charlie Ebbets, hence the name Ebbets Field. Mr. Ebbets had worked his way from a ticket salesman to owner of the team in 1902 and built the ballpark in 1913. Right? Ebbets was a remarkably poor man, financially speaking, so the only available plot of land on which he could build was a literal dump. Alright? They called the area Pigstown because flocks of wild pigs would come and feed on the heaps of garbage every morning. Alright, but they eventually built the field. The original capacity was 18,000 people, but that was augmented in the 1930s, reducing the size of the field. The left side of the field shrank by about 350 feet, and the distance to center field shrank by about 400.
Just rest. Shall I sing to you?
Yeah, sing to me. When that team came out, he was the tallest, remember?
Oh yes, and in goals.
Like a young god, Hercules or something like that.
Hercules. Hercules is the Roman name for the Greek god Heracles. Hercules, like many heroes, had a god and a mortal for his parents. His father was Zeus, the most powerful god of them all, and his mother was a mortal. As a child, Heracles was found in a crib with 2 strangled snakes as a result of Hera, being jealous of the mortal, sent 2 snakes to kill the baby.
And the sun all around him. Remember how he waved to me? Right up from the field with the representatives of 3 colleges standing by? And the buyers I bought, and the cheers when he came out. Loman, Loman, Loman. God almighty, he'll be a great yet. A star like that, a magnificent man, can never really fade away.